For the first time in my life, I actually wrote what I'm going to say, which I never do. Hello. In 2015, 500 Canadian women took a chance on a radically different model to support female entrepreneurs. They stepped into their imagination, because I started every single sentence with imagine if, because it had never been done before. Imagine if we could do this together. And they believed that we could all do this together. We funded 5 incredibly special, tenacious, courageous women who have perfectly represented our values. Supported by thousands of activators, they are all growing their businesses, exporting, and not one of them has missed a loan payment. Women pay their debts. Nadia, Tony, Sonia, Alana, Susanna, Madeline, we love you. Thank you for kicking us off perfectly. And things got very interesting. We started to receive emails from all over the world, and we entered country number 2 with 4 incredible women that took us to market: Jennifer, Delilah, Julie, and Heather. Radically generous women in our network were so energized by this experience that they started to help each other. And we ended up launching an online community so they could all connect. This is something that we didn't think about at the beginning. We were funding female ventures, and then all of a sudden women were like, well, we want to help each other. We have businesses, or we are leaders, and we need mentors and support. So we become each other's customers and suppliers and marketers and amplifiers. It wasn't really clear at all after Canada and the US how we were going to scale this globally, until Teresa Gattung showed up from New Zealand and said, I want to be the first country outside of North America with this model. And everyone is born radically generous in New Zealand. With her incredible network and social capital built up over years of business success, she and her right arm, Chris, activated 442 activators, which is the equivalent of 8,000 activators in the US. Hello, US, guess what? When Julie Trell then left San Francisco as our city lead and moved to Australia, she talked about SheEO on every single panel for a year, resulting in 22 super activators joining her to launch Australia. What has become clear to me over time is that when women come together in support of one another, not only is anything possible, we are an unstoppable force for change. The world needs our leadership, our ideas, our collaboration, and our hearts. And women innovators everywhere need this model so that they can thrive on their own terms. Activating today creates a positive ripple effect this very minute that will roll out for years to come, for generations to come. So please, the way that this has grown from the very beginning is she told 2 friends, and they told 2 friends, and they told 2 friends, which if you're old enough to remember, that's a commercial from way back. On our first trip to New Zealand 2 years ago, something magical opened up. Before I spoke at Teresa's event, Maori elders charged up the room before inviting us in. It was a very emotional and energizing moment. After I spoke, one of the Maori elders approached me and said, "You are reviving the collective economy we once had." Since that moment, Indigenous women from every region that we've been to have been showing up to activate, to apply as ventures. We've funded 2 Indigenous entrepreneurs in Canada, and to guide us back to the ways of living in harmony with nature and with each other.